Hello.
Welcome to Midweek Update.
Hi, everyone.
We have a couple of good things to share about the upcoming weeks and month together in our community. And we're going to start with something tasty, baked spaghetti. And
Yum.
we want you to know a couple things about the community meal put on by the Fellowship of Churches. And this is our month at the Manchester Church of the Brethren to help out with that meal. And there's a couple things that you can do. There are sign-up sheets, or you could contact me or the church office as well, and let us know if you have any questions or how you'd like to help. But there's ways to volunteer if you'd want to help serve the meal or help prepare and put the meals in the to-go boxes. Or if you want to bring some of the food and provide some of the pieces for the meal. And what you need to bring is on those online forms, and the forms are also on the table in the narthex before and after worship, and they'll be there through the month on the coordinating weeks as they come up. And the first one is September 12th, so it's coming up, and Witness Commission is wanting in need of more baked spaghettis in particular. There's some other items there, and volunteers is helpful, but we could really use some baked spaghettis.
How much? How much baked spaghetti, Seth?
We need 18 spaghettis, and that's right. And I think we have 2 taken care of so far. So we're down to 16, and we're looking for 15 more at the moment. 15 more. 16 more. Sorry, my math is bad.
A lot. It's a lot.
And we have a recipe for that baked spaghetti. And also we have a number of different ways that you can bring your food. You can bring your spaghetti piping hot that afternoon for it, or you could make it, today and freeze it. And then we could thaw it and cook it right beforehand, or you could also bring it overnight the night before. And I did this last year, and then heated it up for people. So there's different options for once you make it, in terms of if you're busy or you work during the day and getting it there is an issue. We can help with that. A Witness Commission can help facilitate that if you're willing to do the work of making it. Or if you have another idea, reach out and we can talk about that. So looking forward to helping serve and provide that opportunity for the wider community here in North Manchester.
That's great. It's a great way to be serving folk healthy food who are hungry. And that's actually somewhat related to what we're going to be heading into in this month as we shift in worship to a time of looking at our identity and our future. The Manchester Church of the Brethren has a rich history, and we want to be giving some attention to some of the characteristics of the identity that has formed this congregation and look toward the future in light of those pieces of our identity. Now, this is not an exhaustive list. In fact, we are looking at the lectionary and going to the text and seeing what comes up from there. And having done some of that initial work, it's clear that over the next 5 weeks, we will have particular foci. So this coming week, we're going to be looking at counting the cost and a parallel passage out of Romans that deals with genuine love. The following week, we're going to be looking at the sacred art of listening in a world of conflict, and we're looking at the text, in this case out of Matthew, that invites us to respond to problems in relationships in a certain way. Then we're going to be looking at community and belonging, followed by humility, humus, and human, like looking at the earth and what is our role in relation to the earth. And then on that October 1st, when we are moving into this time of celebration with Sing Me Home, we're going to be looking at doing the good work before us and with a sense of celebration. Now, in each of these identity pieces, it really is just, I mean, it's just a word, but we want to explore it together. And we want to do it in a way that helps us expand our imagination and enter into it as a creative process and an opportunity to create something beautiful. So you will discover this week when you come to worship, inside your bulletin, there will be an 8 by 8 inch piece of origami paper. And toward the end of the service, we're going to take a few moments and respond to some of the things that Amy and Seth and I will be bringing, along with some music, and we'll respond to a particular question. And that question is, what are your hopes and dreams for the future of Manchester Church of the Brethren in light of each of these different themes? So this week, again, it will be focusing on counting the cost, and we'll explain it more in detail. But what you want to know is that these next 5 weeks are an opportunity to engage our imaginations, to expand our thinking, and to be creative. So I encourage you to bring your favorite pen, just so that as we go to this time of like writing or drawing a response, you have something that invites your own creativity. Granted, you can use the pencils in the pews if you want, but if you find that writing with a particular pen is a tactile experience that generates creativity for you, certainly bring that pen. Let's see, what else is there in relation to that?
Do you have a favorite pen?
I do. Unfortunately, it's not the one I have right now. I just left it over there. Yeah. I'll show you though on Sunday. If anybody wants to see my favorite pen, I'm happy to share.
I would also remind us that all of this that we're generating and the opportunity for folks to share is part of our process for calling the next pastor, so that we know who we are, we know where God's leading us, and we can call somebody whose call is in alignment with that. So this is important. What you have to say is important.
And we're looking forward to you like really helping fill out the story. This isn't something that one person does. This is something where we get to listen to each other and explore together what things are really important to us and where we sense the Spirit of God leading during this time and into the future.
So in this series, one of the worship services that we're doing is on September 17, and it is our Fall Love Feast. And we're having it in the morning at 9:30. Love Feast will be the worship service. So we invite you to come with curiosity, with openness, and we invite you to participate to the level of your comfort, and know that some people will do everything and some might sit something out, and that's totally fine. But we'll be together as a family. I'm looking forward to having kids participate. Maybe they'll come and sit in the foot washing circle. Maybe they'll splash their feet in the water. That's okay. We might even have some paper for them to color on while we're exploring Love Feast together. So come ready for Love Feast on September 17th.
Yeah, looking forward to a really celebrative time together, recognizing how important Love Feast has been historically to the identity of the Church of the Brethren, and how it really does embody community and belonging and this invitation to serving one another.
Let me just share one other thing, and that is that with these sheets of paper, that we do want feedback from everyone, and so if you're someone who watches from afar or from wherever that might be, or if you're not going to be here for a couple of Sundays and you want to put down your things, feel free to send those to us by email and we can write them on the paper and be included in this collection. Or if you want to mail in your piece of paper with your comments on it, you could do that on a 8 by 8 piece of paper and mail that in. However that is, we would love for the feedback and the responses to come from our whole community. So I hope that everyone feels part of that wherever you might be, watching or experiencing this series from.
And we've mentioned like this 8x8 origami paper, and the intent is that eventually we will transcribe the information that is on those pieces of paper and then transform those pieces of paper into a flock of paper cranes that will beautify our space and invite us to trust that wild hope in the wind as we lean into this season of transition.
All right, everyone. Look forward to seeing you this week and in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.